Welcome back to my channel.
How's it going?
I got two of my boys with me, Daniel and Jedediah here. He loves napping on me, so that's why I've got him here. A lot of you have asked about our monthly finance meetings. I've talked about it on Instagram, and it's something we do in the first of every month, and a lot of you have said, can you just give us a brief overview of how you guys do that together? This video is sponsored by Drop. I'll get to that in just a little bit, tell you how you can get a little fun money going in your life. But I'm gonna ask you, because he's the chief of our monthly finance meetings, to give us a really just quick overview in language that people like me understand regarding finances to how we do this.
Yeah, I think first a disclaimer as well, we are definitely not financial advisors or anything like that. So, we're just giving advice and you can do
this is just what we do. Yeah. So take it or leave it.
Okay, so basically every month, so it's ideally somewhere around the first of the month or the 31st or the 30th or the 2nd of the new month, whatever it is, get an overview of exactly where you stand financially. So have an overview of exactly what money do you currently have in your accounts, what money do you know you're going to have, so fixed expenses you're going to have the upcoming month.
What are you going to have to spend?
Exactly, and also what is the amount that you currently have in credit card debt, and what is the amount that you have predicted as income for this upcoming month. So pretty much what we do at the end of every month, we get together and we
do it together. He doesn't do it alone, we do it together.
No, we both do it together. So I think it's important as well, if you're married or if you're dating or engaged or whatever it is, and you have shared finances, to both you and your significant other have an overview of what's going on financially. It's not so you both know exactly what money's coming in and what money's going out. So basically you start off with just lining all the items and seeing, okay, what money do I currently have at this exact moment in time? So line out all of the different accounts that you may have, different debit accounts, savings accounts, checking accounts, maybe investment account or wherever else you have money coming into. List all of those and see what is the current balance on let's say November 1st at this time. What money do I have right now? You list all of those different account balances, which you will then sum up to a total, which is your total amount of money that you have right now. And so then you're also going to look at what are your current expenses. After you made that initial sum of all your current income, you also want to look really quick at what is your current credit card debt. So look at your different credit cards, what you have, and how much do you still owe on every one of those credit cards. So you take that number, the money that you owe on any credit cards, and you subtract that money from that first balance that you have. So what is the income of all my accounts? You subtract that minus what do you currently owe on your credit cards. So that's the actual money that you have right now, because the money that you have on those credit cards is money that you already owe as well.
Money that you spent.
Yeah, so you advise you to pay that off sooner than later. And then you're going to look at, okay, what is my fixed costs moving forward for next month?
What am I going to spend?
Yeah, so we've outlined exactly to a T what are our specific costs for every month. I'll just list some of them off that we have here, right? So it's what is the mortgage cost, what is the cost of the HOA, what is the cost of the earthquake insurance, the gas, water, electric, and trash bill.
Lots of exciting things.
Yeah, your internet cost, your cost for your TV or cable, your gym cost, the car insurance, your phone provider, your health insurance, your gas expenses for that month, your food expenses for that month, your school debt that you might be paying off, charities that you might contribute to on a consistent basis. Outline all the different items that you have as expenses every month. List those out and put the dollar amounts behind them and add that number up as well. You take that first number where you have all the money in all your different accounts, which you subtract your current credit card balances from. That's your dollar number moving forward to next month. Then we take all of our fixed expenses, which we listed that number for a good month, and then you look at what is my predicted income for that month as well.
We interrupt this broadcast to tell you about the Drop app. Now, the Drop app is a free, easy to use rewards app where you can do some of the shopping that you already do in your life. They have all different kinds of brands, 300 plus brands that you can shop at. Say you're gonna shop at Carter's, or you're gonna shop at Zulily, or you're gonna shop even on Expedia if you have to buy a plane flight. You can do that shopping through the Drop app, and you can get points that you can turn into free gift cards that can give you a little bit of fun money to places like Amazon and Sephora and Starbucks if you want to get yourself a little coffee. One of my favorite places to shop on Drop is Carter's. That's a place where I need to get the boys' clothes, get the boys' shoes, and things like that. So on Carter's, I can go into the Drop app and shop on the Carter's website and get Zion a pair of shoes or whatever that may be. And I check out through the Drop app, and when I do check out, it automatically puts those points into my Drop account to get myself a little coffee or something that I would like that's fun for me. Another thing that's great about Drop is your ability to stack and double dip on your credit card rewards and discounts. For example, you can go to the shop page of the app and you can look under the stacked deals section and take advantage of those discounts and earn Drop points all along the way. Something that Drop has started that's very exciting is called 10 Million Tuesday. Each Tuesday, they're gonna be dropping $10,000 worth of points into accounts at random, and one of those accounts could be yours. So you can use the link in my description box to download, and you, with your first 1,000 points, can get $10 bonus added into your account if you use my link. I'm not asking you to spend extra money to like go crazy shopping. This is for shopping I already do. This offer only lasts for a week. That's about the Drop app. Back to our overview of our monthly finance meetings.
So for me, I have a solid income every month. Emily's income is all over the place just because she's self-employed. And so what you'll do is you'll take that number, again, the number that's all of your current account minus what you currently owe in credit card debt. You take that number, you add onto that number the amount that you're predicted to make that month, and then you subtract the number that you have as fixed expenses for that month. And that will give you your final dollar amount, which you should have at the end of next month, because again, you already know what you're going to make, then you know what your going to costs are going to be, so you also know where you're going to stand next month. So at the end of the month, you know exactly where you stand now, what's the money I have right now, but also where am I going to stand in a month from now, what's my dollar amount that I'm going to have, and then we'd keep a separate tally of what other school expenses are we still paying off and how much is left on that debt. If you have car expenses, how much is still left on paying off your car. If you have a mortgage, how much is still left on paying off that mortgage. Just so you have an overview and you know exactly where you stand from a financial point of view as well. Yeah, so it's just important again to get a good overview and to kind of see where you're at, but also know exactly what money you have coming in, what money is going out, and what your spending habits permit you to do.
One of the most important things I think we do is look at every dollar we spent that month together. And I know it sounds tedious, but it gets us on the same page as a married couple. A lot of married people like hide things that they spend from other, like marriage can be, or finances can be a huge strain on marriage for a lot of different reasons. For the months that, there's not as much money coming in, or you're in the red, you're in the negative. But it can also be a huge stressor because of like not being transparent about the money that you're spending.
But I think it's also a good thing to do, just because if you are tight that month, for instance, or whatever it is, if you have a good overview of where you're actually spending your money on, it's a lot easier for you as well to see, hey, maybe I can cut down on these costs a little bit. If you have that overview, it's going to be, and having someone else look at it as well, it gives you a better overview of where can you maybe be cutting costs so you're saving a little bit more. Sometimes, for us obviously as well, at times it's like, wow, I actually spent that much money on things that I thought the expenses were going to be far less from, but added them all up, the number is a lot higher than I thought it would be. So it kind of gives you an insight as well as how much you're actually spending, because even if you're making small purchases but you're making a lot of them, it still ends up to a larger number.
Right.
So just to get a whole holistic view of that on a monthly basis is something that we would recommend doing.
Totally. That's helped us a lot in our marriage. We can even make a video about that another time, about when you should start talking about, how much money you have and what your salary is and things like that. That's another branch to this tree. But to be open and honest about finances in marriage is so key.
And to get an understanding of what someone else's spending habits are, because they might have a spending habit where nothing's wrong with it, but it's just different from yours.
Totally.
And so as long as you're both on the same page, and as long as you're both aware of what that other person's spending habits might be, or where they would like to spend additional money on, just so that you're both comfortable and know where money is going. So
that's a little bit about what we do. We hope that can be helpful for you. We've been doing this since the first month that we were married. We have the Excel spreadsheet Daniel does all the way back to January of 2016. We started that just so we're on the same page. It really helps a lot, and I'm grateful for Daniel's discipline in saying it's the first of the month, we gotta have our meeting. That's all for today, and we hope that can be helpful for you. We will talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.